Hey guys, it's Mike with Redneck Politics, where real American voices matter. I do want to say today is a sad day. I am very saddened to say that we lost Rob Reiner and his wife, who live in Los Angeles. Apparently, they were murdered. Uh, they were stabbed and killed, and they were found Sunday. And what's even worse about all this is they now have in custody Rob Reiner's son. So we don't know yet if Rob Reiner was killed by his son. Uh, we don't know yet. Uh, I would hate to think that would be the case, but then, it's too early to know. But they have him in custody for some reason. And so, most likely, he's got, information that they're wanting, you know. Uh, I know Rob Reiner from way back in the day, and I'm sure there's a whole lot of you don't even know who Rob Reiner is. A lot of you baby boomers will. Rob Reiner was on a show in the, I believe it was the 70s, All in the Family, and it was a comedy. It was really one of the most favorite shows at that time, top rated. Uh, it was a popular show, and you got to remember when I say back in the day. I'm talking about when we only had three channels, in the house. And sometimes the only way you get to watch anything is somebody sitting outside the damn house turning the antenna. That's how long ago it was. That was back. I remember shit. Good Times was on. Sanford and Son was starting then. Oh my God, there was just some good old shows, and he was part of one of those comedians in the of the show, and but after that he stayed in the Hollywood scene and went on to do producing. Um, Directing movies and things like that. So, but he was also very open with how he felt and his beliefs. He was a strong Democrat. He voiced his opinion quite a bit, you know, and but he believed in the American cause. He believed in everybody having the right to live in a free democracy. Everybody deserves the same chances. No man is above the law. He has openly criticized Trump several times. He was definitely an advocate. He he didn't like Trump. But then again, most a lot of folks don't. I don't. But I'm not as important as what what Rob Reiner is. But even though Rob Reiner was into the politics, and he had open discussions. I think him and Charlie Kirk had some open discussions. I think some things have been said at one time. I'm not exactly sure. But when after he was killed, everything they forgave right there uh, at Charlie Kirk's memorial. But Trump today or last night got on that damn True Social, and he typed out some pretty sarcastic, you know, no feelings, no empathy, no nothing, and just really I mean, just putting this man down, no human being, at a time like that gets put down like that. The man just got killed with his wife, stabbed to death, taken away. He's not coming back, him or his wife, either one. And to say something offensive after this man is dead and gone is just cold. It's heartless. It just goes to show you where the real soul of a man is. And if you can't even have empathy for your next man, but if even if you didn't like the guy, human beings would say nothing. They wouldn't open their mouths if they had anything bad to say, because now's not the time to say things like that. Yes, is this president different? Yeah, he's different. Things with him are so dumb, unprecedented. It's not even fucking funny. But please don't tell me because he's so outwardly open and honest that he can be the type of human being that he can be, and he's the president of the United States. No, I don't buy that shit. And if you buy it, you're a damn fool. I mean, this man here, he's already starting to show some incline in his thought process and the things that he's doing. He's so worked up about every fucking thing else. He don't even think about what's going on here in our country, here in the United States, and what the American people are going through. No, he's too tied up in these damn conspiracies and things because he's scared people are going to find out the truth about who the fuck he really is. Well, so fucking be it. If you were man enough to fucking be it then, be man enough to wear the fucking charge. But you're trying to hinder survivors from making a case and prosecuting those pedophiles that were in with Jeffrey Epstein all these fucking years and that deserve to be punished for it. God, they know who they are. And it's time that y'all quit fucking horse pissing around and thinking that you're just not gonna, And you're right. Y'all may have washed it down so much now, it's fucking not even funny. And that's something that we need to, we got to change in this country really fast, because it's sad at the things that our government is getting away with, this administration is getting away with. You're talking about a family who's not even been in the White House for 11 months yet, and they've already made in excess of $5 billion. Somebody said, maybe people worrying about that too much. Man, are you kidding? To be the president of the United States is to hold one of the most powerful positions there is in this world. And it has a lot of sway, believe me. It can get a lot of things done. And so people look at that. For you to be the one to be the leader, to do the right thing. The first term, Trump gave up his money, his CEO, his chair, because that was the right thing to do. This time he said, fuck you, I'm not doing it. He is now chairs on several different of the companies they have. He's on the board. This is just open defiance of what, for over 250 years, the American presidency did not do. They did not show favoritism or that they could be bought. And right now, there's so much bullshit going on with the Middle East and India, Vietnam. I mean, I think Vietnam, I believe it is, where Trump has got one of the biggest fucking towers there is that's ever gone up. And he's getting 1.5 billion. I don't know. He's making so fucking much money because it's going to be the biggest ever. the most costly ever. So he's going to score big time. And he's doing it while he's in the presidency, man. I don't get it. It is unprecedented. And it was never meant for anybody to be able to do and get away with. But when you got Republicans from the very moment that they swore him into office, catered and cowered down to everything that he wanted. He basically had nobody watching him to say, no, Mr. President, you can't do this, or no, sir, you can't do that, or you've got these guardrails here. No, none of that's happening. Things are starting to change now because the Republicans are starting to see through some of this shit and are going, no way, you can't do that. They're finally starting to stand up. These ain't the MAGA Republicans. These are the Reaganite Republicans, I call. But at least some fucking body's starting to stand up to this man. And the only way we're going to control him anymore is through the midterms. The Democrats have to at least win the House. If they do that, then there's things that we can get done and reach across the aisle and get done and keep him in check at the same time with us having to worry about him all the time. He's going to keep doing his lies, keep giving his lies, keep telling people that shit that is not true. I mean, to him, everything is great in this country. Everything is great in this world for him and his family. They can go anywhere, do anything, fly anytime, eat any meal, sleep in any spot. They can do anything they want in any given day and never have to worry about putting out no money to get nowhere. And that's okay if you've built that through years of hard work for your company. But even then, as President of the United States, you give that up while you're in office. You did it once, you know it, but you're not doing it again. And this time, you're doing some things that are blatant. They're totally too far out there. You got lawsuits against the United States for $232 million for a defense fund for defending yourself on indictments that you fucking caused. You did that shit. So I've never heard of anybody, any defendant ever getting their money back from defending themselves, much less the president. And you weren't even president then. Now you want $232 million for a defense fund. And besides, at the time that you were running for president, you were getting money donated to your campaign, and then you was telling everybody that you don't use that money for anything but campaigns. Yet the money was being used for your defense fund. So if the MAGA supporters and your donors were supporting you through donations, then why in the hell are you trying to charge the United States $232 million? See, you're just he's full of shit. He's straight full of shit. This man he's losing it each and every day. Today is just another example of how he talked about a man and his wife being brutally murdered in their home. This is the president of the United States, man, that is sending through remarks and just it's a vile message to send after somebody else's death. The way you just patronized them, it's beneath anybody, especially a United States president. But guys, I do want to send out my heartfelt prayers to their family. We're definitely gonna miss Rob Reiner. He did touch a lot of our lives in a lot of ways. He brought a lot of shows to the TV, a lot of movies to the screen. and for all those and those good times that we grew up to. Come on now, baby boomers, you know what I'm talking about. We appreciate those times that he was, doing his thing. And we also appreciate that he tried to give back, from being in a country that did provide him the opportunity to be able to be a famous actor, to make his mark in the industry. And he gave back in a way of, I'm not too good, I'm not too wealthy, I'm not too much of a somebody that I can't show that, hey, I'm just a normal American like everybody else is. And so he climbed in and he voiced his opinions about a lot of things, no different than anybody else. And trust me, people, it's words. That's what it is. Just, political violence over words is just, it's ridiculous. We don't know what this deal was of why, if his son was the one that killed them, but they have him in custody, and I'm sure we'll find out later on what's going on with that. Hopefully, he didn't have anything to do with it, because I'd hate to be a father standing there while my son was stabbing me to death, knowing he was the one that just killed me and his mother. And I don't know how you would deal with those kind of things, man. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, I try to get on here. I do my research. I am a baby boomer. I am one of the last of the baby boomers. I need my baby boomers. This is all we got. I need your help. We're seeing things that's unprecedented. We know things aren't supposed to be done the way they're being done in the White House, even with these, with the Ukraine deal in Russia. I mean, even with Israel and Gaza, there's just so much of it that we could actually talk about. But so much of it has been done in this past 4 or 5 years that it's really changing a lot of the politics. A lot of the media coverage nowadays, you can't hardly depend on anymore because you've got too many big money people that own these places like the Washington Post, the New York Times, and all this. It's owned and controlled by people who are persuaded to feel or to put out there, maybe things that are different. Maybe that's not the truth. Well, we want the truth here, and anything I talk about, I make sure I get into it deep. I got a stack of notes even before I go on a video. I want to make sure that everything I'm bringing to you guys is fact. It's funny how heartfelt I am about this and how compassionate I am about it, because when I was younger, guys, I ain't had no damn interest in no gosh damn politics or doing anything like this. Hell, I remember the day when we just got a cordless phone. We thought we were somebody, or went from the TV antenna to having HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, regular cable TV. I mean, we were hitting the big leagues then. Those little blessings like that then are so much different than the technology we got today. Things are just flying by us as fast as possible, and it's kind of hard to keep up with. But the truth is what's got to come each and every time, man. Each and every time. There's things that's going on. People need to be informed about it. They need to know the truth about it. They don't need, news media lying to them, and bring them in one direction, and it's all a fucking smokescreen. So I think the independent media is where we're at today, and that's where we get the truth of it and to the bottom of it. And I'm going to continue to keep doing this. And if this is the type of material that you want to see, if I'm doing the right thing, bringing you the facts, and you want to support this channel, please, hit the like, the subscribe, and the alert bell. I got videos coming out each and every day, and I'm here for the long haul. I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one. Thanks.